SHIP. I
Yes,
thought I heard
right.
something.
The ship.
Thank you.
And while I'll always talk to you if you have a case with another lawyer, I certainly prefer that I get started from the very beginning. Because
why would anyone hold up? Why would anyone want to go with it?
Well, some people get, they fall into these situations. Either an ambulance chaser comes up to them at the scene of the accident, or they get bad advice from somebody in the emergency room, from a runner, or maybe their family or friends have a lawyer that they've used, and that lawyer is now paying that person to bring the case to them. Lots of reasons. I'm not saying they're good reasons, but lots of reasons. And then when they realize that they've got a very big problem, sometimes it's too late for me to be able to do what I need to do effectively.
Absolutely. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, I am speaking with Adam Handler, the #1 attorney, personal injury attorney on this station, off this station, in the nation. And I just realized earlier, Adam, while I was playing some tracks, that I actually built that phrase. The #1 attorney on the station, off the station, in the nation.
Yes, you did.
$300 million just about has shown that, demonstrated that. Close. And we'll get that cigar. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, turn up your radios. I want for you to have his number. He's got to get off to speak and deal with another client or, handle a client's case. I've professed him for years, well over 20 years. I honestly have to say this much. I would never, ever use another attorney. God forbid I get hurt in an accident in New Jersey or New York. And even outside of that, I would consult Adam first before making any move. And that's the reason why I'm saying, don't be a spectator on the side. All right. Be someone that's actually in the show. And to be in the show, you need to be in the know. And to be in the know, you need to have Adam Handler, because you've got one chance, one choice. And believe it or not, on the station, off the station, in the nation, there is only one case handler.
That's right. Often imitated, but of course never duplicated. And
that's impossible.
Of course. Well, listen, third generation attorney, and my family's been doing this for nearly 100 years. And as I say over and over, you're not in any business. I don't care if it's selling shoes, a barber, a plumber, or a lawyer. You're not in any business for nearly 100 years unless two things are happening. Number one, you are obtaining exceptional results for those individuals that are hiring you. And number two, you're treating people the right way. It's as simple as that.
That's true.
You treat people the right way. You give them respect. They enjoy working with you. They're going to use you again. They're going to refer you to their friends. They're going to refer you to their family. I get calls literally every day for a new case, but at least once or twice a week, I'll get a call from somebody saying, my cousin Julian said I should give you a call and not speak to anybody else. Or my Uncle Brian told me, not our Brian, a different Uncle Brian. My Uncle Brian said, I can't use any other lawyer in the world. Otherwise, I would be making a huge mistake, So things like that. And if you've been listening to Squeeze and I for the past 20 plus years, whether it's on Link Up, iRejam, I don't care what platform it is, by now you certainly know who I am, what I do, and how I do it. And Squeeze, I hope and I know I've made you proud. And ladies and gentlemen not listening out there, many of you are my former clients. You know that I've done you proud as well, and I'm so grateful for this platform. Thanks again.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna stroke myself a little.
Boy, this is a family show.
Hold on. Believe me, Adam is one of the greatest guys and fabulous guy when it comes to being an attorney. But one of the toughest things to deal with Adam about, yes, there are tough things about him, as much as you hear me glorify him in his capacity of being a personal injury attorney, is marketing. And I had to drag him kicking and screaming to certain platforms just to say, Adam, all I need for you is to just give me that 1% of your trust and allow me to earn the additional 99%.
Yeah.
And he listened.
And I've listened. And I also said, I remember when I was first starting out doing the radio, because I was so focused on just starting my law practice. You said, just be yourself. It's not scripted. I mean, have we ever, and by now, we have to do the math here, but let's see, 20 years, let's say, we've done hundreds of shows, if not thousands of shows.
Yes.
Right? We've never once had a script.
No.
Maybe I said, hey, we should talk about this case, but
no script.
But never a script. This has always been completely unscripted, and I love that. It's just so organic, and people just know Adam and they know Squeeze and they know what they're getting themselves into.
And people gravitate to a personality or personalities that's real. And I tell my counterparts in marketing, like, listen, you can't hide from a people, especially this people. You just can't hide. They know who you are based on your tone, your body language, how you talk, who you are, and more importantly, your work. And your work speaks for itself. It's not about what you and I are actually on the air saying. It's about your work. And that's the reason why we always say, just look him up on the internet. You'll see those real live testimonies. You'll hear those testimonies here and beyond. There are radio programs right now that is pushing other law firms, but they know that Adam Handler is the man. And that's a fact. That's what's called business. And we respect that. I respect that. I respect business. All right. I will tell you this though. And this is one thing I can honestly say. And I'm not stroking myself again, Adam. I am at a point in my life. I honestly could not take on a personal injury attorney show in New Jersey or New York with anyone. And even outside of that, I would have to ask Adam, like, yo, what do you think about this geezer? And that's the truth. Because guess what? I know I have dealt with attorneys all my life. My significant other is an attorney. And I'm not saying she's one of those, but attorneys can be very deceptive. They can be, and they can be very great. Adam Handler is one of those individuals. I think he's extremely modest. His family treats you like that, and is going to ensure that you get what you came for. And if you want the maximum compensation when you get hurt in an accident, please don't make the mistake and use others. I know you got to go, Adam. So what's your phone number? It's
855-232-6108. 855-232-6108.
Hold on. You sure about that?
No, that's the other one. I'm sorry. You know what? I apologize. See, I'm focused on this case, man. I'm focused on this $1 million case, this construction accident. I mean, you can call that number, but let me give out the Primo number. The Primo
marketing, man. Marketing. What did I teach you about tracking, man? Marketing.
Oh my God. Listen, I'm an attorney. I'm not a legal marketer here, but all right. Forget that number that I gave. You don't want that number. That number I'll pick up after 3 rings. I'm going to give you a number that I'll pick up after 1 ring. Okay.
Thank you.
It's 844-774-3529. My apologies. 844-774-3529. Again, I'm going to give it slow. Whip it out, as Squeeze always likes to do. Whip it out and take this down. 844 774-3529. Or, as David said earlier, just Google the case handler. Case handler.
That's it. That's all you got to do. Ladies and gentlemen, his name is Adam Handler. Can you squeeze a testimony in there? You got to run.
Yeah, I can't do it. I'm sorry, but we'll do it next time. I'll give you 2 testimonials tomorrow. In fact, I'm going to bring somebody on live tomorrow.
Thank you.
That's my pledge to you.
Thank you.
Just give me the time in advance and I'll have it.
Well, at least do this for us.
Yeah.
What are you doing for Stacy for Valentine's?
I am taking Stacy out with my 3 daughters to the Capitol Grill.
Oh, you love that spot. You remember we did dinner at that. Which one? The one in downtown Manhattan?
No, this is the one in New Jersey. We're going. Yeah. My kids love shrimp cocktail and steak. So I'll spoil them.
You have no choice. They're girls. Everybody.
I know. It's like,
how do you survive that household?
Because I settle big cases, right? Settle big cases, keep the daughters happy, right?
All right, brother. Adam Adler, once again, the phone number. Adam, drop the number one more time before you run, please.
844-774-3529. 844-774-3529.
All right, man. I know you don't need luck for the case. Take care, brother.
Better.
All right. Great. Adam Handler, ladies and gentlemen, right here on, of course, Link Up Radio. Definitely want to say thanks for the jam. And keep your heads up, all right? Because you definitely got to keep your heads up, all right? Let's do this, man. And that was Adam. Let's go, people. Let's take it up a notch.
Kill them with the heads high. Kill them with the no. Just make a boy know you're not blow. Heads high. Kill them with the no. No boy ain't got no secret for your wow. Heads high. Kill them with the no. Just make a boy know.
I tell you what, we got to get a word from our sponsor, also BioLife Health and Wellness. Take a listen to this Alpha Green segment that Brian is about to execute on you. And get the #1 green selling in the United States right now. This is David Squeeze Annakie. I'm here until 6 p.m. on multiple platforms. And remember, at 4 o'clock, we discuss the fact that Jamaican men never cheat. Or can't cheat.
I sing again, heads high, kill them with the no. Just make a boy know you're not blow. Heads high, kill them with the no. Make a boy know you wanna puppy show. Heads high, kill them with the no. Just make a boy know you're not blow. Heads high, kill them with the no. Tell them Vegas says so. Me want hear you scream if you